Hello and welcome. So last time, a lot more of running around completing quests, just gathering money. I think we cleared out at least one. I think it was the last of the night gangs in Kirkwall. Well, yeah, gathered some information on some privateering, being saved Dwarven Lord, heard fallout from Dragon Age Origins. Got a new quest, found some guys' cargo. Alright, let's see what we have to do next. No, I think there's just some stuff.
I've heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Imperium, but I've never been in one. Are you certain it's wise for us to come here, considering who we're with?
I don't think the Templars will be surprised to see another mage here, do you?
Maybe not.
I'll try to avoid setting the place on fire. It'll be hard.
You're not helping.
This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the Circle I know.
How is the Imperial Circle of Magi different?
Once upon a time, it was as it is here. The Chantry watched the Magisters closely for any signs of corruption or weakness. Then it changed. The Magisters were permitted to watch over their own, and Templars kept only to enforce the law. What happened next was inevitable. The Magisters rule again, as powerful as they ever were.
You're saying the same thing could happen here?
If the mages were permitted to be their own watchers, of course. It is too easy for a mage to resort to blood magic if they feel the need is great enough. A mage can desire power, justice, revenge, protection. Any cause will do, and then they are lost.
You're saying that locking mages up is better?
All I am saying is the Imperium offers no answer. All that Andraste did long ago to end the tyranny of magic has been undone.
Tyranny of magic. Very dramatic.
Let me show you my homeland, or the ruins of Arlathan, and then you may speak of drama. Power corrupts, as they say, and mages have power enough already.
I'm kind of surprised. Well, I was gonna say, I'm surprised they know about Arlathan, but then we realize empires often do a lot of propaganda about their origins, so it probably played up that, the elves used to be this great and powerful nation, but they were brought low by the Templar Imperium.
You said the Chantry used to watch the Magisters. Why did they stop?
You must remember that the attitude towards magic is different in Tevinter. Magisters came from wealthy families, bloodlines that had nurtured magical talent for countless generations. The Chantry was not trying to control poor peasants, but the scions of the greatest houses in the Imperium.
I thought the Magisters had been thrown down by the Chantry.
On the contrary, Andraste never defeated the Imperium. A great army conquered the south, but not the north. The Magisters eventually surrendered to the Chantry, but they did so on their terms. They kept their influence. Thus, they reclaimed what they lost over the centuries. Some battles are lost by inches.
You talk about the Magisters as if they are all evil.
I have no doubt that some are good and noble men, strong enough to resist temptation. But how many temptations do you wish to offer a man before he will give in? Blood magic is everywhere in Tevinter, from the lowliest apprentice up to the Archon himself.
You can't have seen this for yourself.
Daenerys talked about it often. Of course, they say it's forbidden. Behind the smiles and closed doors, however, it's a different matter. To be a Magister in Tevinter is to be glorious. To be a powerful Magister in Tevinter, that is worth any price.
Okay, so there used to be another option there. Apparently I can't choose now. Which... And this is the thing of what you see in the decision wheel isn't the same as what ends up getting said, and there's also a lot of nuance that could be in, like, for instance, saying the circle is necessary. I mean, I can see an argument for that, because if you basically, as a way of training mages, both how to use their talents, but also how to resist his demons. So, I mean, that is definitely useful, and it's good to have, like, you know, a set kind of population, you have a large enough number of mages, collect them in one place to teach them, it's a lot more effective. Well, possibly effective. But it's also saying it's necessary is... the circle doesn't work.
According to everything I've seen, the Circle can't control mages anyhow.
And what is the alternative? Freedom is a noble ideal, but I see no oppression here. I see fear and danger. But enough. I'm sure we came here for a reason.
Damn.
We have found neither hide nor hair of the lad, Fenris. I can only think he has fallen victim to demons or slavers.
I found this. It was addressed to you. It seems to be from your daughter.
My daughter? Then... you know what she is. How she died. When I traced her to that warehouse, I should have forced her into the circle. My own weakness in the face of her pleas is what destroyed her. It is why I urged Ariani not to give in when Fenris wished to hide. If only I had been so strong for Olivia.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about the Templars finding out anymore.
Thank you. She is at peace now. I would not wish to see her name smeared while her ashes are still warm.
Really? Really, Fenris? Really? You are not willing to... You're willing to let an old man have some peace. At this point, he'll do nothing. Plus, the alternative was to extort him for money. Would you really have approved of that, Fenris?
It is the duty of every mage to train in the circle, so we do not bring danger to our homes.
Do you know a recruit named Karen? His sister is looking for him.
We cannot speak to you, Messer.
Oh, good. We'll just be leaving, then. To go somewhere that isn't the Gallows.
To the void with that. Karen and the others are missing.
But our orders...
The Knights aren't doing anything to find them. Maybe it's time to ask for outside help.
I wasn't even certain Karen was missing. Who else is gone?
The first ones disappeared weeks ago. There's been at least half a dozen. Wilmot and Karen were the most recent.
Why must you keep silent about Karen?
You obviously aren't a Templar, Monsieur.
No. No Templars in this family.
A Knight Lieutenant gives you an order, and you obey, without question. They told us not to breathe a word about Karen and the others.
They must have their reasons.
And that'll be a great comfort if you go missing next.
You're already defying orders to talk to me. Might as well share the good stuff.
I hear that Knight Commander Meredith has some new initiation you have to go through. If you're not strong enough or fervent enough in belief, you don't make it out alive.
Her own people. That's horrible.
Seems to me a weak Templar would die just as quickly.
And you honestly believe that?
Recruits keep going missing.
Wilmot came back.
What?
He did. I saw him this morning.
What else do you know about the initiation?
You hear about some questionable things that the Order must do these days. The Knight Commander only wants Templars that can do what must be done.
Andraste alive. She's killing recruits that might question her orders, isn't she?
That's rubbish. She wouldn't do that.
If Wilmot came back, he might know more about the other missing recruits.
I bet he would.
Wilmot told me he was going outside Kirkwall. Clear his head, he said.
Why didn't you tell us this?
Knight Captain Cullen ordered it, right before he chased after Wilmot. That wasn't too long ago. If you hurry, you may catch them on the road.
You cannot wish the Templars away.
I can try.
Is the Circle here truly so terrible an option?
Yes.
Do you really have to ask that?
You would be kept safe, from others as well as from yourself. And they would be kept safe from you.
I didn't ask for this.
Nobody asks for their fate.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go and take care of the bone pit. This is the bone pit. I don't think this is the bone pit.
Out of your element, dwarf.
No thanks to this lot. Can't get a decent blade at a bargain anymore. You, though, you're what a man needs. A skilled enthusiast.
An eager amateur?
You can start making sense any time now.
My manners. Javaris Tintop, merchant and investor. I need forward thinkers to help court the Canary. Those hornheads in Kirkwall have a powder that explodes, and it's just dust. No lyrium, no demons. Anyone can use it.
Fools with swords are bad enough, but this?
So it's some kind of Qunari magic. What use is that to a dwarf?
If it is magic, it's a kind you can assemble, and dwarves do that very well. But that Arishok, he won't deal. Said I have the same mercenary disease as their outcasts, the Talvashoth. He says I'm not worthy, but he had this look in his eyes, so I figure I'll hire some blades and...
And you're going to prove yourself by killing Talvashoth outlaws?
Problem being, I'm no warrior, but I can pay.
Your people must have something like that already.
Small things, shaped to crack faults, not shatter the earth. Plus, they're mostly lyrium. Expensive, poisonous. The Chantry controls it topside. The glow makes you a target Problem after problem.
What's the point when we already have magic that can do the same thing?
Maybe you have magic, all tough and human and whatnot. But what of the common man? How does he remove stumps from his land, or produce them on his enemies? What does he do when he needs a hole far too fast? Magic is hard to market. But this stuff you can put in a bag.
I suppose there could be a reward for these Talvashon.
As long as you do it, I'm happy. Now, best I could figure, they're up the Wounded Coast, a whole camp. Take their heads off and meet me at the compound in Kirkwall. Get this right, and we'll be richly rewarded. Richly.
That's a guarantee. You can take it to the bank. For some reason that giant spider had 4 silver, 14 copper. So it did occur to me there could be a way of, like, some monsters at least actually having treasure. Or, like, I mean, things like giant spiders and such. Most evolving to collect some things is not because they actually need them, but because it attracts other things that they do need, that they will eat. So, you know, they just keep you know, keep a supply of, like, you know, gold coins in their lairs, because humans will come by
Land is cursed. Only wretched or ignorant souls would linger here.
as to tempt humans to come and try to take their money.
The Bone Pit. Long ago, slaves that dropped dead from exhaustion were thrown into a pit for all the others to see. It served as intimidation and convenient disposal.
Can't go down there. At least not this time. That was an assuring sound. Just random growling and a plant I can't walk over. More reassuring growling.
There's a foul wind coming from that cavern. I smell death.
Is that what your elf nose detects?
Dragons!
Alright, we're good. Torn trousers, what am I? Going into secondhand clothing industry? That was nothing this way.
That's enough!
Praise and trust you came along. Them dragons would have sniffed me out for certain.
Hold on. What happened here?
I'll tell you what I can, but be a friend and keep your voice down. There's another dragon close by.
Where did the dragons come from?
We was mining a new tunnel when the wall collapsed, and dragons came through. It was a bloody slaughter. Scared out of my wits, I ran like my arse was on fire. It probably was, only I went the wrong way. Ended up trapped here.
Did anyone else manage to escape?
Some of my fellows ran for the surface. I hope they made it.
Well, you better get going. Try not to get eaten.
Don't have to tell me twice. You should leave too. But don't go that way. There's this huge dragon.
Another dragon, and larger. Not a threat we should leave behind.
Drink a potion. Kirkwall for the moment. Alright, going back to Kirkwall for the moment to sell some stuff.
No.
You know, some guards give people the opportunity to lie if it will keep the peace.
You can see what I am. Lie to yourself if you must.
I solved your problem.
So, what happened? One of the miners told me you rescued him from dragons. I cuffed him for lying.
Well, he wasn't. Go there and see the corpses for yourself.
But I thought they're extinct. I believe you. You made them extinct again? If it is safe, the miners can return to work.
I bet their first task will be cleaning up the entrails the last shift left behind.
A dragon killer and a mind reader. Wonderful. Let us discuss your payment. You have been a great help. Since you did so much more than I was expecting, how about we work together? I am offering a 50-50 share in the mine. You will make us both rich if you can keep your countrymen safe.
Why would you share half your business with me?
I spent a decade honing my business instincts in Val Royeaux. I once sold a seat cushion to Empress Selene. Simply put, I have a good feeling about you. So, what do you say?
Sounds like it's a gift of responsibility.
Seems like the miners could use protection. And an advocate.
So, to our first order of business. We replace the lost workers. I will hire new hands. Plenty of desperate Fereldans out there. But it will take some time. I need you to convince the surviving miners to return. They are holed up in Lowtown. Tell them the Bone Pit is safe again.
I'll see what I can do.
It's fine, go outside.
Guardsman Aveline.
To find my wife. Will no one help me?
What do you mean you can't help me?
This is a domestic matter, Sirrah. If your wife has chosen to leave you, there's nothing we can do.
Ninette is my wife. She's legally bound to me. Bring her back.
We're done here.
Useless. Why are we still paying those sluggards?
You should pay someone else. Like me. I like being paid.
If you can find Ninette, I will gladly pay you. That foolish woman has caused me nothing but embarrassment. She needs to be dragged home.
The guards disagree.
They are more disagreeable than my wife. Maybe your friend is more sensible. Her family is getting suspicious. They think I might have done something to her. Even if... Well, I just want to make sure they know I didn't do it.
Why would her family think you did something to her?
They think I married her for her inheritance, and they know we have been fighting. They believe this is reason enough for me to hurt her, but I swear, on Andraste's pyre, I have done nothing.
Do you think Ninette might be in trouble?
It's their own doing, gallivanting about with men half her age. Pah! She's just trying to show me I am tied to her purse strings.
You're more concerned what her family thinks than what happened to her?
Ninette keeps the company of other men, huh? And makes no secret of it. I'll be better off with her gone. Well, as long as her family knows I had nothing to do with it. They would ruin me otherwise.
I can't imagine why she'd leave you. You're such a prize.
It wasn't always like this. We were in love once. She defied her parents to marry me. Sometimes, I wonder if I dreamed those years.
How long has your wife been gone?
About a month. I wasn't worried at first. She's run off before. Ninette is uncontrollable, you see. She comes and goes as she pleases.
I'll try my best to find Ninette and bring her home.
You should talk to Jethan at the Blooming Rose. I didn't know she visited whores. Until Jethan sent a letter to our house. He even sent her flowers once. Lilies. Her favorite. Ah, talking about it makes my head hurt. Good luck to you, Sarah.
No loitering. Guardsman
This fell into my hands. Recognize it?
You just stumbled on this? Can't say I'm surprised. Bloody fools.
You're welcome.
Night.
Everyone always brings up the name.
I've not heard of Sir Aveline. Is she very famous?
Really? They don't tell of her glorious downfall in Tevinter?
Not to slaves.
Pardon me for saying so, but thank the Maker for that.
Hey, it's the one that rescued me from them dragons. A fellow for Eldon, no less. Earl, eyes on her face, you lush.
1,000 thanks for saving Jansen's worthless hide.
Worthless, am I? My farm supplied eggplant to half of the South Reach.
Yeah? My eggplant supplied half the bastards in South Reach.
Oh. You're a real hero. Now what brings you here?
really feel like the mix on that laughter could have been better to actually show them, both laughing at the joke.
I killed the dragons. It's safe to return to work.
What if there's more dragons later? Or something worse like, bigger dragons?
I go back to the missus without this job. She'll rip me apart sure as any dragon.
What can we do? That bastard Hubert is the only one willing to hire us.
I own half the mine now. I'll keep it safe.
Really? Oh, be nice to work for one of our own. If you don't give us a fair shake, who would? Back to work, boys. I'm happy to take more of Hubert's coin.
Okay. Okay, so this is something which has happened before in the game, and I always feel a little bit weird about, given Fenris' history. But the fact that the Gallows slave finger cuffs are actually, good magical items, and are good for him, and are good, but it's also putting slave finger cuffs on former slave who was very much against being enslaved again. Feels weird.
Enjoyed many, I suspect.
Where I come from, they're called tattoos. Sailors get them all the time.
Not made of lyrium, I'd imagine.
Not a one. And the pictures are different. Usually breasts.
I suppose a pair of lyrium breasts tattooed onto my chest would make things better.
That's me. I'm a helper.
Guess what I found? Crates filled with enough poison to assassinate every noble in Orlais, and then some.
I knew I should have told you not to look in the crates. Look, there's nothing shady going on here. I got the stuff from a legitimate supplier, and I'm going to sell it through legitimate channels. It's all legitimate.
It's poison. It kills people.
I just sell it. I'm not responsible for what people do with it. So, where is it?
Do you know where Alton Woodrow's warehouse is?
Merchant Woodrow's place. I know it. Thanks for this, friend. You've more than earned your reward. I'm gonna get my goods. You come back once I'm set up, I'll give you a discount.
And that'll be where I'll call it for this one. Thank you for watching. Do any realm things, YouTube's buttons, and have a nice day.